Hey guys, what's going on? We are back with some scrap mechanic. This video is a how-to, as in the previous video, this is going up the same day, so for me about half hour ago, scrap mechanic episode I think 4 went live, or 3, I can't remember which one, but the one where I showed the map. And I just had a message from Badger, or Danny as we like to call him, and he was asking how do I make it, and I thought, you know what? Let's make a little tutorial on it, on just how to get things working. Now in this, I'll create a new world. I'm gonna allow cheats because it's a new world. Gonna allow cheats, that way I can survive. There are a couple things you're gonna need. You're gonna need cheat engine because you got to get to your coordinates for scrap mechanics. So you got to get your exact coordinates. So cheat engine is going to be the thing to get. Not too hard to get, I'll go through. So once you downloaded it, I'll put all links in the description anyway. And then you're going to need to go over and grab this puppy. This puppy is kind of what you need as well. So for you guys wondering, in fact, let me just F11 that. No, not F11 that. Let me F11 again there so you can. So you need to go to github.com/Iconia/scrapmechanicmapper, and you've got this. Where you go to it, you go. You got all this right here, which is not too bad. If you go to File, I'm quite unsure on where it is now. But yeah, you want to click down. You don't want to download the zip. I think you actually want to go. Bear with me a second. Let me go find it. Okay, I have found it. So on this same page, you go down to here. It says Release 2, latest version 1.1. You click on it. You got this. You can either download the source code or the scrap mechanic jar. If you click that, it will download the scrap mechanic jar. I already have it, so I'm going to discard that. But I already have this. Right, so when you download the scrap mechanic mapper.jar, the version 1.1, you'll get it as just a jar. I've put it into a scrap mechanic folder, as you can see, because when you open it up, it will create a .txt file. So before you do that, you got cheat engine as well. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up cheat engine. Bear with me a second. Okay, so now cheat engine's loaded up. I've got the path tracer. It's called path tracer. But what you do is you open that jar file that you downloaded. It brings up this file here. Although you can't see my cursor. In fact, let's see if I can get cursor to, yep, capture cursor. I don't know why it's not capturing cursor. Is it capturing cursor? We don't know. It should be capturing cursor. But what you're going to want to do is you want to go into Scrap Mechanic, click on Play, Survival, go to your world. For this purpose, I'm going to make a new world. SM Mapper How To. And I'm going to click New Game right now. So while we're loading in, the basics of what this does, the cheat engine gets your exact location, or near enough exact, and it gives you a address, which the game uses. You go into the path tracer, you type in your address, and then path tracer, it's like an actual map. It doesn't just come up with everything, you have to do the work into it, but it captures your character's location and it follows your character. And when we get into it, you'll see that as I start walking, a line will start to be drawn. And you've got a few different colours to choose from, which you'll see when we get in. But what you're going to want to do, you can either do what I did and stay in complete survival and just use it to trace out as I explore, which took me many hours to do, to go around the whole island. Especially when my truck got destroyed, I had to walk around it because you're going to bump into a lot of farm bots if you do it the way I did it. We are in game, as you can see. But, so what you're going to want to do, first of all, once the game has all loaded in, this one may take a second, I'm going to be in cheats for this section, and I'm going to use a little thing that Cheat Engine here has, and that is to increase speed. That way I can just show you mapping around a lot quicker. I wish this game will hurry up. And once you're in game, and you've got this, first thing I'm going to do, just so I don't die in this game, I'm going to go /God. That way I just don't die. So the reason why I got cheats on this is so I don't die. Because this ain't my world. This will be deleted afterwards. But you're going to want to go. Ooh, yes, you're going to want to go into your cheat engine and write. Where do we select? So you click on. In fact, let me just get this up to show you guys. Window capture. Okay. Okay. So when you click on this little screen with a magnifying glass on it, it'll pop this little icon up. Let me just make that a bit bigger. It'll pop this icon up. What you're going to want to do is find Scrap Mechanic. There's Scrap Mechanic, and you just click open. Boom, Bob's your uncle. It's open. Now if I just remove that because we don't need that anymore. Now you've got this, the first thing you're going to want to do is you want to find out your exact location. Now we know that the Scrap Mechanic map is roughly 5,000, from -5,000 to 5,000. That's the kind of area it is, that's the size of the map. I wish my kitty cat would get down. So we're going to want to go from here and we want to click value between. And the first value we're going to click, we're going to do -5,000, and then the other value is 5,000. Okay guys, quick little thing, a couple of mistakes I made in this, and when I tried showing it off in the later thing, it decided to not, I decided to have another thing covering the most important thing. But what you're going to want to do, where it says the values between, right underneath it says the value type. You want to click on that and put it to float. You'll see later on in the video that is set to float now, but I made a mistake in keeping it on 4 byte. Right, third attempt at this, because it's been a while since I did this, obviously. When you first set up, you're going to want to go, obviously, I'm putting it, wait, I don't want that. One thing I forgot to mention, is put -5,000, go to here, do 5,000. You want values between, and the value type, that's what I forgot. You want it to be a float. So float value, value between, and you do -5,000 to 5,000, and then you do your first scan. Now you've done your first scan, you go to unchanged values, and you just click net scan. And it's going to take a second to do, as it always does. So now the bar is actually moving along. All the previous attempts I'm going to probably cut out of the video because it was a poor attempt. So for you guys, this will be the first attempt I'm doing. Once it's done what it's doing, ignore those messages a second. So yeah, once it's done what it's doing, now that's done, I'm loaded into Scrap Mechanic. I'm just going to move that over to there. Yeah, I'm going to ignore those messages for a second. Now you've done what you've got to do, hey presto, I'm just going to click on /day for this. Keep this daytime. Now, we've done the unchanged value. It's a float, which is good. That's when you move and you go to change value. Net scan. Net scan will take a second to do, as it always does. And now that value has been done, you can see we're down to 6,000. So we just go back here and we go unchanged value. We click next scan, we're down to 4,000. You do it a couple of times and it will decrease, as you can see. But now it's not really decreasing much. So you can go back to change value. Literally just move about a little bit and click next scan. And it goes down quite a lot. Go to unchanged value and just keep on going like so. Keep it on unchanged and you can just move your mouse cursor and then click next. Because that's going to get rid of the values of where your player is looking. So we don't want those, we want where the player is moving to. Where the player is standing, not looking. So you do that a few times, go back to change value. You know, you do all this stuff. And you keep going. Now we're down to 38,000. We go back to unchanged. We do that. I like to move about just a little bit with the mouse so it gets rid of all those values. You can see it goes down by a couple thousand each time. And now it stopped going down as much. So go back to change values. Move to another spot. Click next. We're down to 9,000. Click unchanged values. And you can see we get rid of all of those. And you can see the ones that are appearing up red. So go like that, click next scan and we're down quite a bit. Go back to change values. And you've got to keep going like this until it's down to like 90s. So click next. You can see I've got that again. Unchanged. Next. And I think now it's pretty much gotten rid of all of those little turny ones apart from... There you go, that's not changing anymore. Go back to change values. Keep going across like so. This map just goes in the center. So change values removed. Next scan. And we do unchanged for a couple. And you got to keep going down. It is like a little tedious thing. So it tries to find your location. If I go like this, you can see a lot of changed values. So if I click next scan and unchanged values, I'm going to move my cursor around just a little bit. But as you can see, the cursor's not doing much. But we've got like 2,000 values. A lot of these are zeros, as you can see down here. Now, I can already see a couple of values that is going to be good for us. Let's have a look. Yeah, I can only see a couple of values that's going to be good for us. But we're going to need to keep going more. So, for the purpose of this, I can move a bit quicker. I'm going to enable speed hack. I'm going to put speed to 500 and click apply. And as you can see, it really speeds up the game by quite a significant amount. So if I go across like this. Oh, it's loading a new part of the map. Now I'm going to click on change values and click on next scan. Now we're down to 1,000. So we go unchanged. We click that. Should be able to keep moving about. Go back on changed. And I'm just going to move a little bit more. Like so. And then next scan. And then unchanged. So we're still at quite a bit. Oh god. You guys are going to see something funny in this. Ready? It goes quite a bit. So I'm doing this extra move in just because, you know, why not? So we go to change values again. Next scan. Unchanged values. Next scan. Look about. Next scan. Look about. Next. Oh, wait. Want to undo that because we got moved by a bot. So we go undo scan. Yes. And then we go change values. Next scan. Unchanged values. Next scan. Unchanged values. Next scan. Go change values. Move a little bit. I think this is probably as far as we're going to get with that. More than likely. So the values I'm looking for, I normally scroll right to the bottom. And you could probably see, like right down here, negative 2296. And then negative 2220. And that kind of repeats like that. So we know it's this one we want and this one. So you quite simply just click on that one. We want to copy selected address. Now the smaller number, is it that one? No, sorry, it's this one. So it's one with 8, and you can see there's two different numbers, both the same, but one has an 8 on the end, one has a C. Sometimes that'd be different. It'd be 4 and 0, like these two here. 4 and 0. I think that one's a better look. Let's just have a look. So if I go back into the game, we'll look at those two. We can see as I move, they move as well. Can you see that? All these values change. So I'm going to go with these ones because these seem to move a lot more. So we'll go next scan. Scroll all the way down to the bottom again. So I'm going with this one here. So it's negative 2301. So we're going to copy selected address. And because it's slightly smaller number than this one, because it's in the negatives, put the smaller number in this side. That's the address. We get this one below it, copy, and we put it in that one. Now we've done the whole cheat engine stuff. We click done. We're on the center of the map. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly just get rid of that. I'm going to make that go down one side, like so. I'm actually going to move that across, and then that can go there. But if I move that, that's got to be bigger. No, come on, that's got to be bigger. Right, so now we have our map, we have our game. This is going to do what we want it to do. So let me just, I'm going to walk back to the crashed ship and show you exactly what's going on. I'm not sure if you can see the camera moving or at all. But now we're back at the crashed ship. You got center, so that centers it onto us. You got black, green, blue and red. Red I used to outline the warehouses. Blue I used to outline pools of water. Green I used to outline the whole entire island, so I ran around the whole edge of the island with green. And black I used for the road system. So from here, you'll notice the moment I start walking, it starts drawing the line. See? It draws a lovely little line. And with the cheat engine, it makes it so you can just walk this line much better. But as you can see, it follows it nicely. I mean, I could probably go this to the whole scrap mechanic. So one thing I am going to do quickly, you can use your mouse, you can scroll up. If you click this, go away. If you click this plus button and click on wherever on the map, you get this other on your other screen. See if I can get that up. You guys are not going to come over. Good. Right. Is it this one? Yes, this one's getting cheat engine. We don't want cheat engine. We want this. Okay. Let me move that over to here. Let me just make that bigger for you guys. So you get this other window pop up, which is, if I can find it, there you go. It comes up with a waypoint name. You can name your waypoint. I'm going to put crashed ship, and I know there's two of them, so I put crash ship 1. You click OK, and as you can see, it comes up with crash ship on there. You click back on the center, it centers it onto you, and you can literally just go ahead. I done this by driving. It took a little bit longer, as I said. But you can just go along. There's the mechanic station. And this is kind of how you get your detailed map. Now you can edit the values in this, but I like to go to here, and then I like to go, click the plus right there, click on me, it comes up with this, and I click mechanic station 1. And it's the basic premise. It tracks your player, it tracks where your player is, and if you move forwards, it draws a line. So this is how I managed to sort of outskirt everything. Like, if I click off of this now, click that off, it no longer draws a line, but it keeps your character's location. I go into this, I click blue, and I just quite simply go along the whole edge of this water body, which is surprisingly quite a big water body. But as you can see, it tracks where I am, and I can just sort of get the rough, it doesn't do exact, but it's rough outskirting of the water. As you can see, it follows exactly where I'm going, it goes round. It's actually pretty good. My advice to you is not do this with speed hacks or anything like that, and do it in survival, because it's much more fun when you drive along, you know where you've been. When you close the game down, you reopen the game, you have to go back through cheat engine, do the same old process to get your, whatever it's called again, to get your exact location. If you die, you have to do it all again, get your exact location, because obviously when you die your location changes. But when you go around like this, you can see it creates a map, you click off, get back to the road. Try and get back to where you went. That's the wrong direction. This is roughly where we left off. Click on the black again and just keep following the road. So I did this with all the roads. I drove around on all the roads, and as you can see, we've got something after us. No? Okay. What I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to turn off the speed hacks, because I don't like them. It was just a quick process to show you what to do there. We'll do that. But we've got this address now. I'm not sure if it... Yeah, even with cheat engine closed, it all works. It works fantastic. So that's that whole process. Now, my map is different. In fact, let me quickly show you a couple things. We're going to close off of this. I'm going to open the new folder. Want this to go now to new folder. Oh, hello. That's a bit too big. You have to do all this on screen. So now we've got the new folder with my cheat engine in it. We've gone to this. You can see now we have this. If we open this up, we have our map. In fact, why do we not? Oh, there we go. So when you open this up, it automatically goes to 0, 0. And as you can see, the crash ship is right at the top. Now, technically that's negative, so that should be flipped around. So this map is actually, it draws it upside down. But that's fine. All the map details are in this notepad. Which now if I go... This is very hard to do live. So go to this notepad. Okay, these are all the locations where it draws. As you can see, so these are all your coordinates. And as you can see down here, these are coordinates for the crash ship. So we can change where these are just by editing these values right here. So if you make it a bit off, you can edit the values, which is no big deal. And as you can see, when I load up my one, we're going to quite simply just go on to that. As you can see with my one, if I open this up, I've got to keep changing this. This is not good. Go to notepad. My one is, as you can see, it's a lot bigger. There's a lot more on it because I've done the whole entire map. You see, if I scroll down here, you've got it all down here, and then you go down to the bottom, and you've got all my named locations, which is like right here. This is a pain in the backside to deal with. We'll come out of there. If I go onto this, you should hopefully be able to see my map. As you can see, I went around the whole map. This is Crash Ship 1. Crash Ship 2 is always straight opposite, straight north. So that's north. That's south. This is east. This is west. So if I put it in layman's term, or not layman's term, if I go like this, transform, rotate 90 degrees. No, okay. Transform, rotate 180 degrees. If I make that bigger, you guys should, wait, I just want to transform fit to screen. Then transform, rotate 90 degrees that way. So as you guys can see, this is the map. I'm just going to zoom in quicker on that. So yeah, this is the map of Scrap Mechanic. This is how it's supposed to be anyway. So as you can see, you've got your crash ship here. I'm not sure why that's... There we go. You've got your crash ship here. You've got your other crash ship up here. And you've got everything else down here. And as you can see, my new base, this is where the mechanic station is. My new base is actually all the way over here. The old oil plant used to be down here. That's quite a distance, but it's quite a trek. But as you can see, I've got all my roads and everything in this game. And it makes it pretty damn good. I mean, I enjoy doing this. But hope you guys have enjoyed. This has been... If I'm just going to transform. Fit to screen. Yes, as I said, hope you guys have enjoyed. This is how to make a map. It's, wow, 32-minute video. That'll be edited down. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.